but I'm still gon' get that. Labels quaking, they mistaken. I'm that.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC South. It's the Texans and the Colts, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And he's coming off of a truly remarkable rookie season with a lot of his doubters in a most emphatic fashion. Remember, going into the draft, many thought he was the number 2 quarterback coming out of college. He proved quickly he was a top quarterback going into the NFL. One of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in recent memory. And what's scary about it, he's not even close to reaching his ceiling.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Again, it's Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big
touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs, 37 yards. And the Texans are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is
understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Colts heading out for the first time behind their 22-year-old quarterback in his second season now in the NFL, Anthony Richardson.
And we're talking about an uber-talented young quarterback, finally healthy after suffering a setback a season ago. Obviously, you'd love to have him on the field, but the time away may have been a blessing in disguise in terms of long-term development. And if you ask anyone around the Indianapolis camp, make no mistake about it, they have lofty expectations of this young man, and he is a big, big player in the Colts' future.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Thomas has got it. Complete. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Stroud and company going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Off play action. Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. As this complete to Woods. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston set to take over. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That is caught. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Mixon up the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now this taken in by Downs. Loose inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Richardson back to throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Woods. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now it's Richardson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. And Stroud now to throw. This will be caught once again by... That's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Now Richardson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Final play of the half. Stroud flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. A touchdown pass there for Will Levis. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. George Pickens, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Tua Tagovailoa with a touchdown throw. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They go play action with Richardson. They'll get this one complete there to Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 42 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Mixon with a first down carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. But he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Brought down at the 20.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. A solid stiff arm. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
He's brought down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Richardson to throw off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson, a short one there, caught by Granson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A pickup of 18 yards. It's now 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Ready? Here we go. Start.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Richardson working from the gun. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Play action. Now Richardson. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Richardson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Gay's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Throwing now is Stroud. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This is 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry. Stroud to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On third down, here's Taylor. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And the Texans will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Houston.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Stroud.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Stroud.
Incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker. See if he can get you to overtime.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Texans, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.